Everyone has a story, from the mailman to your doctor to your mom to yourself. Every single time you interact with someone, their words, their experiences, their opinions are because of the influences in their life that have literally shaped their brain. I found personally, when I think about the fact that everyone has a different story, everyone has different context, everyone's brain is shaped differently by their past experiences. Man, it makes you want to give someone else a little bit more grace when you interact with them. That is one phenomenal thing you can do for your brain right there. Remember the context. I think we're on to number 8 now. Number 8, take time to be still. Take time to be still every day, whether it's 5 minutes of meditation, 5 minutes of prayer, 10 minutes of reflection. The more you take time to sit still in silence and just let your brain be. We live in a society today, as you know, Sekou, that is pulling us in more directions than I can count. That's, with all this great technology, it comes at a cost. It distracts us. It gives us more messages that pile up in our brain. And so the more we're able to let go of that and take a little bit of time to just be still, that is, again, just like fuel, just like remembering the context, one of the greatest things we can do for our brain. Number 9, create something. In tandem with lifelong learning something new every day. Creation is one of the most empowering acts for ourselves as humans, but it's actually one of the ways that we can best prevent brain aging. We hear a lot about nowadays Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, dementia, all of these degenerative brain aging conditions that occur. We don't have a cure. We're working hard every day, the researchers of this world, to come up with those ways that we can stop these horrible diseases and conditions from happening. But one of the things you can do every day is think, how can I create today? Do I like writing? Do I like cooking? Do I like playing the piano? Do I like playing jeu de dames or chess or boggle? Do I just like going and throwing the frisbee? How can I create? How can I allow my mind to learn in a new and invigorating way? Number 9. Number 10, last one.
Number 10.
Number 10, numéro 10, mon ami.
Numéro 10.
Be vulnerable. One of the best things you can do for your brain health is be vulnerable with another person. Because when you let your guard down, when you tell someone, hey, this is what I am going through, you are allowing those demons, those in your mind, these things that we go through every day, the adversity, it's easy to let it build up in our brain. But when we share that with someone else, we're actually taking a weight off our shoulders, off of our brain. Think of it that way. We're allowing these thoughts, these things that consume us, to be released from our mind, from our brain. And overall, when you have less stress, when your brain is not consumed by this adversity, these thoughts, dang, you are able to function in a whole new manner in your life. So 10 ways to have a healthy brain. Those are things you can do, we can do, I can do every single day. And I guarantee you do one of them, it'll change your life. Try it. I dare you.
Great job, Patrick. Now let's move on to number 1, sleep. Very important subject. What is the importance of sleep, Patrick?
It's a great question, Sekou. Sleep in general, the importance of it. People think, sleep, I'm being lazy. Oh, I don't know if I need to do that. Think about it this way. We are the only creatures, we are the only species in this world that has deliberately chosen to not sleep. Think about it. Every other animal, every other living species on this planet sleeps and doesn't get in the way of their sleep. Sleep is essential because it allows us to consolidate our memories. It allows us to take our experiences on this earth, the things we've learned, the memories we've created, the interactions we've had, and the way I liken it to is here's an analogy for our listeners. You have a computer and you have a little thumb drive. I don't know if people are still familiar with thumb drives, but you got a thumb drive. And let's just say you've had a day where you've learned something new, you've interacted with someone, you've been working. Think of those memories as going on the thumb drive, which is great. Okay, you've made the memory, you've had the day. Wonderful. Now, when you sleep, think of that thumb drive as going into the computer where it's going to be stored and then uploaded to the cloud and all of that. But without that sleep, the thumb drive can't fit into the computer because every time you sleep, your memories, everything you learned that day is consolidated to the cortex in your brain. And people have probably heard a lot about the hippocampus. It's essential for creating memories. It's where these memories first go when they're created. But in order for you to actually remember something, you need to sleep. And that memory will go from the hippocampus to the cerebral cortex in your brain. So fundamental level, sleep is essential for consolidating memories. It allows your brain to rest. It allows your body to rest. But more importantly, it allows your brain to make sense of all that you experienced that day. And, clear your body of toxins, do all these wonderful things. Sleep is essential. 7 to 9 hours a night. We got to get it.
It's got to be 7 to 9 hours, right?
7 to 9 hours. There's a lot of debate right now in the scientific community. Oh, some people need more sleep. There is a lot of consensus that when you're younger, when you're an infant, when you're a baby, you need up to 13, 14, 15 hours of sleep because your brain is developing and operating at such a high level. But yes, when you will say maybe get to your teens and above, 7 to 9 hours is prime. But again, everyone is different. And society likes to make a blanket statement. Oh, you need exactly 8. You need exactly 7. Currently, there's no research that shows that everyone needs that exact amount. But shoot for 7 to 9, boom. You do that, one of the best things you could ever do for yourself.
What are the consequences of a lack of sleep?
Sure. I read an interesting study the other day that it was crazy. I think this might have been out of Berkeley or a Harvard study or Duke study, I think, that essentially said when you don't sleep and you get behind the wheel of a car, you are driving, your decision-making skills behind the wheel of a car is equivalent to someone who is legally drunk. Think about that. When you are driving a car and you haven't gotten a good night's sleep, you are literally driving a car drunk. When you don't sleep, your decision-making goes out the window. You're a lot more irritable. You can't think clearly. You are more prone to be irritable and to snap at people. The whole entire thinking process, your neurons are not firing properly. Sleep is essential. And I'm not even going to get into all of the diseases that can occur. Mathew Walker came out with another study recently that showed that Alzheimer's, one of the biggest contributors to Alzheimer's is a lack of sleep. And they found that because some individuals weren't sleeping, these beta amyloid plaques that build up in your brain and have been shown to have led to Alzheimer's. Oh. When you don't sleep, that system that removes those beta amyloid plaques is not employed. So think about it. When you sleep, you're literally preventing yourself and your brain from getting disease. Incredible.
Great. All right. If you're listening to us, this is Stay Cool Radio, Southwest Florida. Our guest is Patrick Quinn, and the subject is the brain. And we are talking about sleep, the advantage of sleep, the disadvantage of sleep. Patrick, we finished with the part one of our show. Pretty soon we're going to go into a part two. Again, if you're listening to us, our great guest today is Patrick Quinn, talking about the brain, deep dive into neuroscience.